There's a back road to Machu Picchu. It's a nicely paved road that winds its way up a steep valley surrounded by jagged peaks that harbor massive glaciers. The road passes over 4,200 meters, and yet there are so many waterfalls you start to think they are arteries feeding the surrounding environment. But at this altitude, the wind scours the land, only leaving room for the hardiest of life. Here lives an idyllic Peruvian culture that hasn't changed their way of life for maybe centuries.
Yo, 10 años.
10-year-old Wilfred and his grandfather were tending their flock of sheep on the side of a mountain.
No se recuerda, dice, ¿cuántos años tiene?
His grandfather has lived here for more than 60 years, but he wasn't sure how old he was. His weathered face and grade Fu Manchu goatee testified to his experiences. Now, there is a relatively new 2-lane road that separates his flock's grazing land from his home, and the road has started to bring in an influx of tourists.
Una cosa buena.
Sí?
Sí.
It's a good thing, he thought, and as I get back on my motorbike, Wilfred is quick to ask for a propina, a tip. I give them my bag of coca leaves and a couple of soles, about 74 US cents. Even though the culture may be idyllic, it is seemingly quick to adapt to a growing tourism industry. It's the rainy season in Peru, and the full grandeur of the Andes is often obscured in clouds. But today the Andes reveals some of its hidden regality. Most of the people here are subsistence farmers cultivating potatoes and sheep. I pull my motorbike up to the front of a mud and stone home. Alberto is the father of a family of 5.
La comunidad. Somos 40.
The valley is owned by the community of about 40 homes. Each family has hens for eggs and the requisite dogs that, though they are not named nor really cared for, the families seem to like having them around. Their homes are built of stone, mud, and the floors are dirt. Some homes have corrugated metal roofs, but most are grass. They do not grow the crops to sell, but rather to eat, and rarely travel into the closest center of commerce, Urubamba. Not far from his home, children are playing along the road. One brother and sister play with a little tree branch they tied to a string, and their dog follows along, nipping at it. The children are like many children, shy to talk to a man on a large motorbike, snot crushed under their nose, and eyes wide with curiosity. I ask Alberto what he needs in life. We need to support each other. In short, to help each other with our children, our schools, and our homes. Alberto says they have about 30 to 40 children in this community, and there is a school. The teacher is one of the people in the community. What do you hope for your children, I ask?
Trabajar.
To work, he says. As I jump back on my motorbike, my iPod on, I ride slowly, thinking about how tough it must be to live here. I think a little about my home in Encinitas, and how I lived in a little surf shack on what we called the compound. We had a community garden, and the dogs, Shelby, Kona, and Panda, would sometimes sneak treats from our garden. I want to say that people are people everywhere, and we're not really that different. But seeing how different the people of this valley live their lives, and how I live mine, it seems to me, on the surface at least, we are worlds apart. When it comes to what we need each other, for ourselves today, and for our future tomorrow. Todd Levesque, on the road to Machu Picchu, Peru.
To me, so damn easy to see that your people are the people at home. Well, I've been away, but now I'm back today. There ain't a place I'd rather go. I feel home when I see my faces.